Okay, DMAC. D as in define. Okay. Anything you need to define a problem means a problem is nothing but the difference between what is expected and what is actual. Now, at what level is the problem? The problem can be at the international level, okay, COVID crisis. Or problem could be at a national level, like Afghanistan, okay, at a national level. The problem could be at a state level, okay, like Hong Kong or some place where there is unrest. The problem can be at a city level where there is a riot or something is happening. The problem could be at your community level or a street level, okay. In the street, there seems to be fight between some. So the problem could be at a house level. The problems can be at a very personal level, okay. The problem could be inside us. Now, the reason that I say this, as long as the organization is concerned, please understand that do not start with the problem from anywhere. Start with the problem from the high level. Okay. Now, high level problem is, what is a high level problem? The high level problem means every business needs GPS, growth, profit, and sustenance. Every business is looking to achieve growth. Every business is looking to achieve profit. And every business is looking to achieve stability in growth and profit. Now, the problem can be at that level. The growth is not as fast as expected because my expectation of the growth is 20% year on year, 50% year on year, but I'm growing only by 2% a year. That's a problem. The profit should be at least 10%, 20%, 5%, whatever be the profit. But today we have only 1 or 2% profit. That is a problem. So in order for that, then you will have to come down and say, we are not achieving growth because maybe we are not producing the right products. We are not achieving profits because we have quality issues. We are not achieving growth and profit because we have cost issues. So PQCD is responsible for GPS. Is it clear or confusing? PQCD is right product, quality, cost, and delivery. That only gives customer satisfaction. Only if the customer is satisfied, then you will achieve growth, profit, and sustenance. So the problem could be, the bigger level problem could be at growth, profit, and stability. The next level problem, if you find out the cost, it can be related to product, quality, cost, and delivery. And when you come down, it can be at process level. And if you further come down, it can be at the activity level. And if you further come down, everything is time and motion. We'll talk about that. Okay. Okay. Now, when you say is a problem, please remember the problem should be connected to the strategic objectives of the organization. Do not take any Six Sigma project if it is not connected to the strategic objectives of the organization that is leading to PQCD and the GPS. Okay, so define the problem. Where you're going to define the problem, whether you're going to define a problem in a particular process or the entire value stream or entire product families or external or internal, we need to see that. We will slowly, because if you actually go through some Udemy or any other training videos, they would not explain slowly and steadily at this length. But, in our community, at least, we need to make sure that we go slowly and steadily and get this in-depth understanding of what a problem is. Then any problem, what is not measured cannot be improved. Okay. To see the extent of problem, we need to measure it. Suppose if I say that, I'm gasping for breath, immediately they'll keep the ECG. The problem now is the expected is normal breath, but now I'm gasping for breath. It is the current state is not suitable. The expected is this. There is a gap between actual and expected. So you have to measure it, ECG. And the expected sugar level, how much is the expected sugar level? I mean, how much should it be, sugar level? and how much sugar level do you have. There is a gap between actual and expected. It's a problem. How much is the expected BP, blood pressure, and what is the gap between the actual and expected blood pressure? The gap is a problem. Now, any problem has got two components. Please understand. One is the effect of the problem. One is the cause of the problem. Cause and effect. The result and enablers. The result and enablers. Both has to be measured. For example, if I'm having a abnormal pulse rate, the pulse rate is an effect. I have to measure it. And the reason for pulse rate might be my sugar and BP. And that has to be measured also. Causes also have to be measured. The result also have to be measured. And the result is called, now I'm going to scare you. It is called as the Y. The alphabet Y, capital Y. Causes can be many causes leading to the result. X1 might be the cause, X2 might be the cause, X3 may be the cause. The result is, for example, if your kid is going to the college or a school, the result is the marks that he is getting. But the causes could be, suppose if your expectation is 90+%, he is getting only 60+%, 60 to 70. Okay, your expectation is 90 to 95. Okay, that is the result. You can actually keep on measuring the result also. In physics, how much, mathematics, how much, or even maths itself, you can result. Okay. Now the causes can be X1, X2, poor teaching, this, that, all that. So one is controllable. One can only be monitored. One can only be monitored. Something can be controlled. So what can be monitored and what can be controlled? What can only be? Suppose if I'm driving the car, I'm seeing the dashboard that it is, the engine RPM is actually going in the red. Okay. But what is the cause of engine RPM going in red? So one is a result which you can helplessly watch, but you have to measure that. Okay. But you need to work on the causes, which is accelerator, brake, clutch, all that. You have the ABC, you'll have to work on all this ABC, which are the causes. Okay, so you have to measure. Okay. After you measure, what do you do? What is the use of data? Information is for decision making. Information is for decision making. Information is not for time pass. Okay, information is for time. And right information will help us take the right decisions. The correct, complete, and timely information will help us take correct, complete, and timely decisions. Okay, if you had an aha effect, wow, this is the way that we'll have to understand the whole thing. Okay, so information, so make sure whatever you measure is correct, complete, necessary, sufficient. First, before collecting the information, it should satisfy two conditions, which is yes and N. Necessary and sufficient information has to be collected. After you collect the information, it must be correct and complete. C and C. N, S, C, C. Before you decide to collect the information, you need to make sure that it passes two tests, the necessity test and sufficiency test. Whatever data you are going to collect should be necessary data, and so you don't collect unnecessary data, don't collect insufficient data. Doctor said that, okay, I need this to be monitored for 1 hour, 2 hours, because he wanted to conclude with sufficient data and not by insufficient data. NSCC means N for necessary and sufficient information, and correct and complete information. Okay. Only then your analysis is perfect. Otherwise, garbage in, garbage out. And then we need to say, wow, now I have this data. Now let me see what to do. Because COVID also. Define the problem, measure the problem, results we have measured, causes we have measured. Now we are analyzing why the cases have increased. Now to improve, what are the measures to be put? Causes are known, solutions are known, then actions have to be taken. In some cases, causes are not known, solutions are not known. In some cases, causes are known, but solutions not known. And there are 4 combinations like this. We will talk about that during the improve phase. Okay. True. And finally, control. Establish standards and control to sustain improvement in the long run. Because after you need to put some controls in place, till the problem is coming to permanently corrected or there is a behavioral change in people. Singapore is not what it is before without control method. Singapore is what it is today when you see on the streets, roads and all. It depends upon the control method. What is the control method that they have? Dubai is what it is. Many countries are what it is because of the control method. Religions also have a control method. Otherwise, religion will die. Rituals have to be followed. That's a control method. Religion is based on rituals. If we don't follow any rituals, that religion will die. That's a control method to follow that religion. Okay. So I hope you understood this control method concept. Okay.